Hey YouTube, it's SoulPrime13 with another video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Age of the Primes, the 13 Alchemist Prime. So we'll start here with a quick look at the box. You sort of got a Cybertronian SUV, I want to say, for the alt mode. And we do have the artwork there of him with his artifact, which is like some sort of lenses. I'm not entirely sure what they're called. Some of the Prime statues there. More of that artwork there on the side. Hey, look, there's the name in Cybertronian. Too bad I can't read that language. Some of the legal jargon here and there. Then we got our product shots. There's the vehicle mode. There's the artifact. There he is in robot mode. And that's about it for the box. And he does come with a lovely instruction booklet. So there is that. And now on to the figure himself. As you can see, you can have him holding his artifact lenses together. He is posed like this on the box. And we'll take a quick look at that artifact first as it comes apart. So you do have two pieces that are slightly different. This one does have a little silver tampographed Alchemist Prime emblem on it, as I drop that. And they do have these two dagger points, and you can, have them hold them as daggers, or they both have pegs that you can plug into his arm, like so. So you can punchy stab, or you can do it this way. And not sure if that's just supposed to be a handle or if it could be a makeshift blaster. It's not blast compatible, so can't do that, unfortunately. But you do get the stabbiness. And we'll put those off to the side. Looking here at the figure, he is done in a sort of a very dark military green, with some hits of silver and sort of like a almost bronze, but like with a green tint to it almost. I don't know. And then we do get some like darker gray for some of the arms and stuff. Some black there on the chest, some silver abs. Does have the big like glassy glasses, look at eyeballs, and a very fancy mustache. Light blue for those eyes. Wheels there on the side. And on the back is actually pretty clean for the most part. It does have the windshield there though. As far as articulation goes, he does get full 360 at the shoulders. They can come straight out all the way. We do get 90 degrees at the elbow. We do get a bicep swivel. We do get in and out at the wrist for transformation. Do get a waist swivel. We do get a ball jointed head with plenty of up and down and a little bit of side to side. We do get full splits. We do get to kick that far forward and that far back. And then we do have 90 degrees at the knees, and then we do have our ankle movement. So decent articulation. And yeah, he does feel like a very solid figure for a deluxe. I mean, he is pretty solid. He doesn't have too much hollowness. In fact, he actually has more hollowness in his vehicle mode. But the robot mode really does come together nicely. We'll do a couple of size comparisons here. So first of all, here he is with his Wavemate Crasher. So you can see he's a very broad-shouldered deluxe. And here he is with the Build-A-Figure version of him from, not Cyberverse. Was it Cyberverse? Yeah, Cyberverse. Thought I was getting confused with Cyberworld. That's the new one. Okay. And just to have another Prime, here he is with Studio Series Prime. So there's that. Now, I think that's about it for this mode. So I guess we can move on to transformation. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to flip in these fists, and then we want to there we go. Yeah, open the chest. We can flip that head in. Know that these, there they go. Unpeg the arms like so. Going to straighten the feet, and feet do tab together here on the bottom. And we want to come, oh wait, no, we don't want to do that. We want to open these panels up like so. There we go. Then we want to fold the feet in like so. Fold it in like so. Now we want to tab it together. Make sure the legs are all straightened out. Want to rotate this all around. Make sure that these are actually open properly. Then we're going to rotate the arms and twist them around, and then we're going to bring this back, bring these back. Oh, and we do want to lift this section up here and bring that in and around. There we go. And there is a little tab right here. It's going to slot into the waist right here. So we want to make sure we get that lined up properly. And then we want to tab the top of the arms together. And the arms also have a tab slot connection here. Make sure I put those together. Bring these legs up. Come on. I do want to make sure that, because there is a little tab right here as well, we want to make sure that that slots in to the wheel part of the leg. And we're going to close this up like so. And like I said, there's more hollowness on the actual vehicle than the robot, because like you could just sort of see his hands and feet kind of sticking out there. But then our final step is to take the windshield, and it's on a double hinge, and then we just bring that up and make sure to tab that in to those shoulder pieces like so. And there we have Alchemist Prime in his vehicle mode. And it does look like a very nice vehicle mode from most angles. I mean, again, there's kind of just all this in the back. It would have been nice if there was like a panel to cover this up and whatnot. It would also be nice if the fists actually went in all the way, but like they don't. You can see they kind of sit out at like a slight angle. So, and maybe I'm crazy for saying this, but I feel like this would make a really nice deluxe bulkhead. Like this mold in general feels like it could be a very nice like budget bulkhead mold. But I don't know. Just like the way his knees look, the look of the vehicle. Like I feel like there's a bulkhead in here. But overall, I do like it. Transformation is pretty simple, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, especially when it's you know, pretty effective. And considering the only thing I would really add is, you know, covering this up, I think it's pretty effective. It's a very nice vehicle mode. It does have a nice look to it. It does feel very solid. Let's move the camera down a little bit. It does roll pretty well. It does have the like tabbed in wheels, so they do have that friction, so they don't roll super well. But other than that, it's pretty good. As far as storing these, you can just kind of plug them into these ports here on the top. So switch that around so that they actually don't bump into each other. And there's not really any other open ports anywhere else in the vehicle, so yeah, it's pretty much just there on top. Do a couple more comparisons here. Here he is with B127. So you can see he's still got a bit of chunk to him in vehicle mode as well. And here he is with a Earthrise Seeker. So that's how he scales with a common Voyager. So far, all of these primes have been pretty solid for the most part. I think the one that I've liked the least has actually been Solace Prime, just because like her vehicle like transformation has like a lot of finicky bits, and like the tabs on her arms ended up getting stress marks on mine. But other than that, I think they've all been pretty solid. So yeah, and I plan on getting all the ones that have been announced recently too. I hope to get the whole set. And yeah, this is definitely another good one. It's again, it is a little on the simple side, but not necessarily in a bad way. Again, it does feel like a very effective transformation. It feels very solid. It's just overall around just a very straightforward toy, and I think that's a good thing. I do like that. You know, I feel like there should be more to say. I can't really think of anything else to say in particular. Yeah, I'd say I recommend this. Would 8 out of 10 be too generous? I don't think so. Yeah, overall, he's just a very solid toy. I think an 8's probably fine. Yeah, another good entry into the 13 primes. So definitely satisfied here. And I think that's really all I got to add right now, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this review. So this is my review of the 13 Alchemist Prime, and this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.